Welcome to another tutorial from In Plain Language. This is a targeted tutorial for customers of our website platform. So if you're a customer of schools websites or a customer of Lotel Limited and have a website through either company, then this video is for you. It is important that you've prepared your images before uploading them to your website. Please make sure you have viewed our separate tutorial on how to crop and resize images for your website before continuing with this video. Okay, before we start, I need to talk to you about the folders where you have to save the images, where you have to upload the images to. There are 4 possible folders on your website, and they're listed up on screen now. The SlideShow folder, which is our older technology, and it's just by itself. All of them, by the way, are under the media folder. So it's media. You need to find the media folder, and then you need to find one of the 4 folders. So there's a SlideShow folder, there's a mini slider folder, there's a MIDI slider folder, and then there's a minigal2 folder. Under those last 3 folders, you will see there are additional folders, and I've got up on the slide NNN. The NNN represents a number. So for example, and that's in red on screen, is I have a /media /mini slider /68. So that's a folder, right? Now the 68 represents the section on the website where the slideshow is positioned. If you don't know what that is, if you don't know where that is, then you need to get hold of us, and we'll provide that information. But that won't change. So for instance, the section 68 might be on the home page. It might be on your activities page. It might be somewhere else on the website. You might have multiple slideshows all over the website, and they'll all have a slightly different number. You'll probably need to make a note of those numbers so that when you're uploading images, you upload them to the correct folder. So in my case here, my folder's number 68, and that's where I'm going to be. It's under the mini slider. It's number 68, and that's where I'm going to be uploading the images to. Okay. If you have any questions, if you don't know what we're talking about, if you're getting confused by this, give us a shout, drop us an email at support, and we will get back to you and help you with this. Okay. Anyway, let's get stuck in. So I have on my website here, I have in my browser, I have 2 tabs open. The first tab is a view of the website. Okay, this is my demo website. And you can see at the top of the website, we have a slideshow. So this is my slideshow here, and I happen to know that that slideshow is in section 68. That is what was in the folder that I showed you earlier. So this section, this little panel at the top here, is number 68. So I want to upload a bunch of new pictures to this panel here, right? So number 68 is the one I'm going to look at, and then what I've done is I've opened up another tab. And I've logged into my backend administration account. So this is the backend. It might look a little bit different to yours because I have slightly more access than you do. But this is the backend, and you can see we've got pages and we've got media. This is what we're going to be using. We're going to be using media. So I can click on media, this button here, or I can click on media in the menu item here. So I'm going to click on media here. Right, and now this is where I do all of my uploading, and like I said on the previous slide, you'll see that under media, here's media at the top, okay, and under media there are 2 potential folders. There's the minigal2 folder and there's the mini slider folder. If you look at the minigal2 folder, if I click on that, you'll see that it's empty. So that one is not being used at the moment. So my slideshow must be in the mini slider folder. So I'm going to click on that, and you'll see now that I have folder 68. If I click on folder 68, you'll see there's 5 slides. And those are the slides that are currently being displayed on the website. If I flick back to this, you'll see that these are the slides here. I can flick through these and you can see that those are the slides. I click back on this tab and you can see those little previews there. So if I want to update these, if I want to put new ones up, I could, if I wanted to, delete these images using the little dustbin here, or I could simply add to them, because there is no limit to the number of slides that you can put up here. Okay. Most importantly though, you need to make sure that the slides are the correct proportions and size. So you need to follow our previous video where I show you how to resize and crop images so that they are all consistent and the same proportions. Right. So I prepared 5 new images. I have them saved in a folder, right? And I'm going to now show you quickly how to upload them. There are a couple of ways of doing it. If I'm only doing, say, 5 of them, then the easiest way is to use these buttons on the left-hand side here. So I'm going to use the Browse button here. First of all, before I do that, look at the top here. You can see that folder that I had on the slide there. You can see it there, and you can see it up there. If I highlight that, that's also /media /mini slider /68. So I know that I'm uploading to the correct destination. Okay, so I'm going to click on Browse, and what it's going to do is it's going to open up my folder of images, and you can see they're all different animals. So there's an owl, there's a flamingo, there's an elephant, some zebras, and some cows. Okay, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to select one of these images and click Open, and that puts it in the first slot there. Then I'm going to do Browse, and I'm going to click the next image and click Open. And I'm going to do that for all 5 images. Okay, so I've got 5 images, each in a slot of their own. And what I do now to get them from here into this folder is I click Upload Files. Okay, it gives me a nice green message to say it's happened. Now, it always switches back to the root of media. So I'm going to go back into Mini Slider. I'm going to go back into 68. And now you'll see that they are in here. Remember, they always display alphabetically. So this is why we've got the J, the K, the M, and then the slides, and then the T and the V. Obviously, if you want to have them in any particular order, you'd have to rename them, and then they'd be displayed in a different order. Okay, so they're now up in the folder. If I want to see them in the slideshow, I have to switch back to the main website. Here it is here. And you'll notice that they're not there yet. Even if I flick through them, they're not there. That's because the website is still caching the previous version. So I have to refresh this, right? And so in Firefox, I come up to this little refresh symbol here, okay? And it'll reload it. And here's my new images. So now if I click through this, you'll see my new images are up on the slideshow. The old ones are still there because I didn't get rid of them, but the new ones are now dotted in amongst them, and there they all are. And that's it. That's how to do it. Now, just bear in mind, if you have a lot of slides, then what you can do is you can use this panel at the bottom here. We have another video on how to use this panel at the bottom here, so I urge you to look at that video to see how to do it. The important thing to remember is to make sure that the target folder is correct. And that's the target folder there, Mini Slider 68. It's the same folder as we had at the top. It's the same folder as this one here, but you need to select it there. You then can drag and drop images down here, make sure that they all resize correctly, and then you click Start the Upload. And exactly the same thing will happen. They will appear in this top list here, and then they will appear in the slideshow. So that's it. I hope you enjoyed this, and come back for more videos later.